preparations for the challenge ahead. Here's the starting group for Houston. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. Thompson is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Warriors, we've got Tatum. Towns is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Leonard in at the point. And you look at how these teams match up, Clark. The guard positions boasting plenty of talent.
And you think about it, Kevin, the skill level of today's players arguably at an all-time high. But nothing like guard skills to help you put on a show.
Here's VanVleet. Nice hit again. The pass to Adams. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Brunson kicks to Towns. Leonard the pass to Brunson. Now here's Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. Tatum, that's for 2. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Outside Tatum. Leonard against Thompson. Back to Tatum. Stolen by Brooks. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. The Warriors pull it in.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut it off. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Doesn't go for him.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Smith with a wide open look. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet.
He was money from deep in college. Looks like the confidence has stuck.
Clark, we know they're a young team with plenty of room for improvement. What's the most important things you think for these Rockets to do?
Well, first and foremost, they've really struggled with turnovers. They've got to squeeze the orange. I mean, it's hard to win if you're turning the ball over. I think it's a matter of being organized at the offensive end.
And it's Adams on the follow.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Brunson against VanVleet. Outside Tatum. Some nice passing by Golden State. 5 to shoot. Towns down low. He's against Smith. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Warriors.
Anthony Davis.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Smith. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Brunson the pass to Leonard. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Ball getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
Now here's VanVleet. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from VanVleet. Warriors trail by 7. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And it's Davis missing. Houston's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Smith kicks to Brooks. Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Adebayo. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. Tatum with it. Now defended by Adams. Tatum's shot is off. Houston leading by 7. VanVleet up top. Brunson covering. And it's blocked by Brunson. Davis the pass to Adebayo.
Houston foul.
The more active big man in our league. Adebayo never stops working.
First team foul.
The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Adebayo.
Free throw good. Adebayo. Paul George, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And then for Houston, Şengün's checked in for Adams. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Buddy Hield in for Thompson.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Hield. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Anytime Hield shoots it inside the line, you just assume it's going in.
Outside, George. Outside, Tatum for three. Şengün with the rebound.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. And they're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Brunson against Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. It's tipped, stolen by George. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way. The layup missed. Rockets leading by 8. Hield outside. Passes to Van Vliet. Up top, Şengün. Hield, the pass to Eason. 4 on the shot clock. Van Vliet kicks to Hield. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Van Vliet. He has 5. In the corner, it's Eason. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis. I mean, he's one of the best shot blockers of all time.
And look now how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
The thing that stands out about Şengün is how crafty he is in the post. Excellent footwork and a lot of moves.
Edwards has come in for Jalen Brunson. Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. Adebayo finds Tatum. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
He's got to be up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Houston leading by 8. 1:12 left in the first quarter of the game. Eason down low. Guarded by Tatum.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
In the corner, it's Van Vliet for the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
The 3 from Tatum. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the Warriors miss again.
Warriors foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Shooting
And
for
guys,
Houston.
the numbers don't lie. I
Buddy
mean, he was
Hield.
such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Houston. Jock Landale's checked in for Alperen Şengün.
I love seeing Tatum continue to work on that jump shot. I mean, he's a fantastic scorer. And with the jump shot added and refined, he's only going to get better.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And given how well he shoots it from the line, this is not a good foul. You got to avoid that at all costs.
He doesn't get the second one. Durant feeling it out a bit. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second.
Three-pointer.
We've got Thompson. Whitmore is out there with Brooks. Then it's Hield. And it's Landale in at the 5. Here's Thompson. Lays it up off the glass. Thompson's got his second basket.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor. Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Shoots. And it's Whitmore missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 18. Hey, Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype. He has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Warriors. Morant comes in for Edwards. There's the pass to Landale. Plenty of space. And Tatum pulls it down.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years. But it's amazing how the game has evolved.
Şengün's checked in for Jock Landale, and he sinks the second.
And what I love about Paul George, the production, year after year after year.
It's Thompson off the drive.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Şengün. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Şengün, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
Yes, that goes in. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
It's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Adams finds Şengün. Thompson against Leonard. Three-pointer, Hield. Warriors with the rebound. George passes to Tatum. Over Thompson. Tatum no good. Houston leading by 15. And it's sent back by George.
George is versatile defensively, can guard multiple positions, and that versatility allows him to block some shots too.
Here's Thompson. Drops it in from 11 feet. Thompson's got 6 points. Thompson against George. Tatum. With the teardrop. Tatum using his size inside.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Thompson, high post. Over Leonard. Again, the miss by Thompson. Warriors trail by 15. Here's George. Off with the layup. The Rockets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Pass to Brooks. They kick out to Hield. Fires over Morant. Hield can't hit. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Tatum. Misses the layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Golden State foul. Kawhi Leonard.
Rockets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Steven Adams. And Tari Eason subbed in for Brooks. And again, no good by Golden State. Houston leading by 16. Here's Hield. Finished off the break. 9 points in the game so far.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Now Morant. Scoreless thus far. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston.
Rocket sub. Fred VanVleet.
Şengün passes to Smith. Great D that time from Tatum. Warriors trail by 16. Left side Leonard. Back to Tatum. Shakes him. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Excellent. Taking it to the defense there. Tatum showing you his strength.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Anthony Towns checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Durant comes in for Tatum. So it's the Rockets now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. VanVleet against Morant. And Durant sends it back.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Rockets have brought in Ime Udoka to help their team become a winner. Ime said, "We have a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the types I look for. And from there, we want to cultivate that into team success. That's the job of a coach, to push that and get that out of them." Kevin?
It is. Good thought. All right, David, thank you. VanVleet passes to Smith. And that one is off. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. A 12-point game. Here's Morant. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
That's just good offense beating good defense, something Morant's grown accustomed to.
That's tipped.
2 minutes remaining.
Takes it out to Leonard.
2 minutes.
Morant outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. A minute 50 left in the first half. Smith diving in, and then Smith with the dunk.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
Towns with the bucket.
That's such a sweet three-point stroke. And he can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Eason gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warriors trail by 9. Morant right side. It's George on the wing. They get it again. Houston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Smith outside. Hield against George. Here's VanVleet. Second shot opportunity. And it's sent back by PD. Inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Smith. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Morant against Van Vliet. Kicks it to Heel. Passes it to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Left side, KD. Gets an open look and hits. KD's got his first basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that.
And it's Morant missing. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Fred Van Vliet had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Durant is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Towns, and it's George in at the 2. Towns dishes to KD. A fader. Rockets with the rebound. Van Vliet's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brooks. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jump.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Who got him?
Van Vliet on the wing, defended by Towns. Out to Smith. On the wing, Thompson. And there's the pass to Adams. Here's Towns. Great pass to set up the layup. Towns has got 7 points.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Van Vliet against Morant. Count that one from Van Vliet. He's got 13.
He could have walked to the basket.
KD against Smith. Durant the pass to Towns. Morant kicks to Durant. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
In rhythm, quick trigger. KD at his best.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Houston calls timeout. It's T-shirt time. Dub Nation, get loud if you want one.
Switch here. Brunson's checked in.
Jalen Brunson.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Thompson looking for an opening. He dishes it to Adams. Brunson against Van Vliet. Warriors with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Rockets leading by 4. Thompson dishes to Smith. Nice defense from KD. And KD's got the ball here for Golden State. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. We know they like having Brunson out there, Greg, a player they can run the entire offense through.
No doubt. And he can be trusted on to take the keys and just run things effectively. He keeps mistakes to a minimum, and he's a solid creator for his teammates.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Warriors trail by 5. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside, Towns puts up a deep three. Rockets with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Smith the pass to Brooks. Van Vliet outside. On the pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot from deep three-point land, and they force the shot clock violation. Great deal.
Golden State basketball.
Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now for an update on Şengün's injury, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. The news is not good. He hyperextended his elbow. They are icing it to reduce the swelling, but he's in a lot of pain. He won't play any further tonight, obviously, and will be out for quite a while. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
KD's shot is good.
And that was a smart pass by Leonard, willing to share.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Dub Nation, time to get up and make some noise. Here come those free t-shirts.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Let's hear it for your Warriors dunk team.
Rockets leading by 3. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Whitmore, he's checked in for Smith. And Hield subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Outside Edwards. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Jason Tatum said his quiet demeanor may belie his hunger to win for some people. He said, I feel like sometimes I come off so laid back that I don't know if people understand how much I invest into this game, how much I care, how hard I work. Because I'm not the loudest or may show everything. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, his passion, DA, for the game is right there. We appreciate your story. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jack Wendell comes in for Steven Adams. And Tari Eason subbed in for Dylan Brooks.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Durant with a wide-open look. Oh, KD buries the 3.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
Houston in the lead. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Team score.
Thompson with it. He's got 8. Pass to Whitmore. Lets it go from 14. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Whitmore's got 4 points in the quarter. And stolen by Eason. Thompson outside. Back to Eason. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And now a 6-point Rocket lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing game. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Rockets have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point. Hey, Greg, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
On deep, Brunson, a three-pointer is right on target.
And Brunson more than capable of shooting the three, and boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Thompson against Leonard. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
Brunson scanning the floor. Offline with his three.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 7. Durant kicks to Towns. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him.
Nice read from the veteran Durant that time, recognizing the defense had overcommitted.
Edwards against Teal. Thompson outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Brunson outside. No good. Shot missing.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's terrific balance from Brunson. He does not skip leg day.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another miss by Houston. And here's Leonard for the tie. The offensive rebound, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them.
The Rockets.
We'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. And Van Vliet out there with Buddy Hield, and it's Adams in at the center position. Here's Edwards. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Here's Hield. And that one's drained from the low block. And the Rockets lead by 2.
You can count on Hield to take shots. He does all he can on the offensive end. Never sees a shot that he doesn't like.
Brunson, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Hield deadly from beyond the arc, especially from the corner.
And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Edwards. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Leonard. And it's good, 2 points.
And you gotta love how hard Leonard works to support the team. He's right where they need him to finish there on that break.
Pass to Smith. Out to Van Vliet. There's the triple. Moves back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
5th personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Jabari Smith.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Clark, one benefit that Jabari Smith has had in his career is the wisdom from his dad. He has learned a lot.
No wisdom like a father's wisdom, particularly when a dad has traveled the road that his son is traveling in the NBA. I'm sure his dad learned a ton in his experience that he has passed on to Jabari Smith Jr. in a way that's benefited the younger Smith.
The three from George. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
Tatum at the elbow to take the lead. And it's Tatum completing the break. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Thompson misses. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Golden State Warriors. The lead is 2. Now here's Morant for 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 6 assists now in the game. Timeout called the Rockets. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Klay Thompson is checked in for Leonard. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. And that one, good.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Thompson finds Morant. Back to Thompson. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Adams has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. They now take the lead. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Good use of the stop and pop there by Brooks, keeping his body under control.
Now here's Morant for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Van Vliet against Morant. Tries from 10. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Here's Tatum. Davis, the pass to George. It's good from long range. George has got a couple of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Warriors.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
Morant against Van Vliet. Cloak loose. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Warriors basketball.
Here's Morant. The kick out to Tatum. It's stolen by Smith. The Warriors pull it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Boys under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time. AD.
Timeout called for Rockets.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
You know, I really liked how aggressive he's been getting inside. He's finding lanes and avenues to the rim and making the defense pay when he does get inside. I thought he really helped lead the charge for his team.
Rockets trail by 4. Passes it to Adams. And Davis sends it back. And he gets it back. Smith, no luck.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Oh, they get it back. Leonard dishes to George. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Davis finds Morant. The kick out to Tatum. It's stolen by Smith.
2 minutes.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Rockets basketball.
And so it's Houston with it. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. There's the 3. And he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Remains calm and collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
Here's Thompson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Thompson's got it all tied up now for Houston.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Come on now.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Leonard.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Thompson.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
There's 1:17 left in the 4th quarter. Tatum on the wing. From downtown, another 3 for Golden State.
So clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Now here's Van Vliet. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break and Morant's got it. Another 3 for Golden State.
And this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Great poise from Van Vliet there. Shrugging off the pressure and just taking that shot.
The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Morant missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're in front by 1. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Brunson. He kicks to George. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Puts it up for Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Timeout call the Warriors. They're up by 1. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Get loud. Here they come. We're firing out the free t-shirts.
Seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 2. The putback. The Rockets pull it in.
Houston.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 1. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Always intriguing to see what a coach does in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
In a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they commit an intentional foul. We see another one of those so they can get him to the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him go to the game.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope the alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Jalen Brunson.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And I love how unafraid Brunson is. You can tell he loves the challenge of the moment.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Smith for 3. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W.
89.
What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Once again,
These
thank
are
you everyone
those
for
games
coming
that
to
feel
tonight's game.
so great
We hope you
to
enjoyed
win,
yourself.
and
We look
really,
forward to seeing
it's like
you
a
at
knife
our
in the
next
gut to
event.
lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How